numbers no outside Ghana plus 44778799. I mean, this will be plus 447787939958. I mean, I would say a band of Fortwell Solicitors there. What my been a year immigration law. Sanso no wama bene ewo asylum law and a national law, a family law, divorce law, children's law, a entertainment and a employment law. So wama bene pa. A wills and probate. You better more. Young Koma lawyer Akwaba. Lawyer, good morning, Yemo Akwaba.
Dr. Rain. Good morning, Dr. Rain.
Morning. With you, my main didn't come out. A friend is saying, message be or your baby asaneme was your friend Patricia or say, lawyer is looking very handsome. Yes, as always, very smart and sharp. And you know, on my ready, I'm beso muti. Lawyer, ebe say, Mr. Nano, a man for so much when I so a lawyer Patrick Ebe say our name will be so eka say a band of photo dia womo the men and with me abua amomonya monkrata. Any yemo akwaba em to say facing a holiday mood be a woman kakra nice one. Lawyer Patrick
no cremo why you kakra
no correct lawyer there na wo my etiefo aye krado ewo nneoma wo my no o my krado omutie.
Yo, and then the need say no na wills and probate in the immigration in some na de bia bobo so if it so but in immigration and some sorting you so there are other issues crop for busian for normal chrome has say from time to time very important say the moment who their echo na omentimi mistakes bia either their parents or their generations ahead of us no mobile chrome has say omoye no anunti na you decided say a next topic in here adding tina so obia enya will chrome has say and answer what would chrome has adding it's very important say ubenya well intina no ehun asem na enne me pese ye bo ehun enkomo
we dey na lawyer ene say e be di ho enkomo dia na ma menkai etiefo a wo mo hwe nyina ne say ye wo live e wo Facebook sanso ene ye wo YouTube na bomodian na fa wo questions na fa WhatsApp line number na me de e ma wo no lawyer say ene enkomo a ye ba be die no efa ye wills and probate ene say ne sa ne tie dia na ye be di nkan busa lawyer say ye can will crampo a lawyer ene e de will mate will e de
well will no a legal document obia ebet like ubetro and as all the betu honum whereby say be eto asem bia woni honum na asem be to na woni honum the way I hope say ye wunyama esi efa sometimes the microphone say say yes some official document in be there be ebetimi aye any paper bia na as a document bia so long as we follow processes no any requirement wo honom no we meet then that is good enough one of the important factors and say oye wia nipa mienu witness sa document and amount and there's a way of witnessing that document and as one it does not become a valid document sometimes so making sure say assembly work as clear as possible. What people do not know they say chrome has say Krobia used to be a friend common law no ye were where ye in yama into say per se ye shisha wunyama in a particular way be sebe se wuni ho no in future very 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 important say ubetimi yes I will no in a valid way because if you want no crowd or Jim said ya why na will obehwem na nye will and as obehwem na enye valid and as a dispute be etimi eba ho so it is very 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 important say ye nuamu amaba amanone amwo krom ha say bi ho no ma nebusuafo ebi ewo fie we ja nebusuafo ewo fie ebi wo krom ha say ebi ho no ma waware we jai omunya these circumstances in people's life it calls for making a will. So will documents in it there very, 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 very important. I mean, advice a man for say so it will be a bit to me. I'm making sure so I'll bet true be there to her because it's a dear open no it involves a be a coin be fast with you what dear Ontario won't see car be a will be a new power the man. These are things that we expect to say me a put in writing na ada honom na official document on me a follow say be a tool na when you honom in future.
Na lawyer no be obusa say e dey kra titru kra nti be enwunya say yes me year will eto dey titru kra why should I consider say I have to make up a will? I mean I'm
so we share way require the reasons why I encroach for a year will now. There are 4 main reasons obetimi aka say eboa and say ema eboa say obia eso oyebi. One say we ni honoma ema inyama eye easy ema we busuan for. Okay, it say we ni honoma say bia o japade bi ana wo sika o baby ana wa dibi o baby o pese eko ni patitri honomo without any stress then it makes things easy. 2 ebema ebia wo pese nipa si mesi we ina ehwe wunyama so ema ebema na aye clear say nipa si mesi we ina wo pese ohwe wunyama so ema so wunni honoma ma mema we typical example obi wo honoma ebia owo mba ewo krom hase anaso owo mba ewo fie. Okay, no waba krom hase no wabe ware wa worry ewie na ebia na mba no so omenyi kakra ebia se bibi tu na obe prefer se nimnue bi ana se ne oba na wa ware no ana se ne ba panyi ina ebegine mu no wa hyehye enyama bi ade ama no se wan fa nhye will mu ana se wan chro anto honom na bibi tu a that might not happen because automatically the fact say wa ware no ye be gba chezi pa ne se ono na onye ade na enye dem ma ono na onhyehye unyama ono be decide say ebia ebe si okrum ha ebia ebe si Ghana. I don't know, be deciding. And sometimes, you will be surprised the number of disputes are about ebusiemu because of little things like this. So you want to say, oh, yeah, papa, or tias, say, be to na fan in coffee. But because there's no written document, almost because say, maybe an year our warren is here, and say, well, minisika mbe nebe coffee, and person is seeing waha. Meanwhile, also, enqualari nian say, omo papa, no person kosi in wofie, na abe ebusia mansuno, and a delay in Myanmar. These are some of the things that we do not think about. Say wills can even assist with. It's in a in the addition will, but little things like that. Another thing also very important, and I say well eboa ewo ebusuemu ne say ebia uwo ejapade ebia na wonye mebia opesa wo chiche, but you want to share it in a particular way. Ebia opesa wo yiri enya this amount, opesa wo mba enya this amount, ebia emba no so crowd uwu bi ansa na oba be ware opesa wo so omunye bi ebia na unya ba bia oboa wo sometime obi opesa would allocate inyeme bi emano. Don't assume say wakachi we busunya for say bia person me ma we say and person ma we it will happen if you are not there. Internet the will bring certainty when you are not around. Internet and also a very, very, very important. And another third point that people need to understand, and I say it's me boa so prepare well. The fact say it's me reduce the amount of inheritance tax ubetia krum has said. People may not know. Chrome has say, so what Chrome has say, ubetia income tax, utadia, utia VAT, okoto, and then I reckon to say to your stamp duty, okoye. There are so many taxes, whilst you are alive, it is expected to ubetia. You will be surprised to know, say, bibi two sisia na se unni honom, now person would jaw japadema will boost you for. In the Japan na wujama we busuafo no so mo nso omo ye den omo tua taxes e wo ho aye friend inheritance tax inti no you nso because every friend say oh death tax we crown put in essential tax. However no so prepare well no in a particular way before we be a friend trust. Okay, I the assets, important assets, be to avoid paying taxes. If you prepare it and follow the processes, ultimately avoid this inheritance tax. And believe me, go for you say, oh, inheritance tax, they be and come here and say, BB, there be. Nkɔfo bebree wɔ kurom ha se a onni hwee kra mpo no na ɔwɔ pension onni hwee kra mpo no na ɔwɔ life insurance nti no saa nneɛma nketenkete no wode bɛbɔ mu when the person passes away na akɔyɛ bebree and they are able to tax inheritance tax no ɛyɛ 40% above a certain threshold nti 40% no na ɛnyɛ sika ketewa nti no if utimi prepare saa trust no na wo survive in 7 years before you pass away then it is effective. It is very, very, very important. Say, well, no, so to me at the yes, our documentation. The other important thing also is say, a be na o papa etiase. Don't assume say wunni honoma nipa wuja unyamama no they will continue to look after your parents. There be a bia na wonnie bia na wo some particular person that will share no fear. Don't assume say wunni honoma on Crawford na omo weja unyama amom on be continue show into this will be able to cater for that. And as a uwo en palanketin so don't assume say obi a bia wo anti bi wo nie bia wo pese wo penasema wo pese se wunni honoma omonom behwe wo mba ama. Don't assume say wunni honoma automatically ne saa nipa be kwa kwhwe no anas ye de wo ba ne be ma saa nipa it doesn't work like that. However, if you prepare a will obetimi appoint you be a friend guardian will ni that means it says wunni honoma automatically no ye de nkwala ne be kwa kwhwe saa nipa no ensa ama na hwe wo mba na ye den ama. When you look at all these points, you see how important preparing a will can be. And we will encourage everybody say the advantages, dear a bebre into obia and try so bit mia na omunyebi na se bibi etu ana dachi bi sebe uni honoma etimi aboa obusu afo na ntokwani sadia no eso abre ase.
Oh lawyer, now when the me ba my next question will be say na emfa ne se me japa de nyina ewo UK memo ya se ne wa kyerɛkyerɛ mi kama na se bia maybe am fa ne se bia me will ya maye die na betumi esi what will happen if I don't leave any will. Dear nebetimi esi. Say menja will.
Break it down question the captain mentionsi.
Na me bisa say dear sunsa so pa na besi say menja will be bro focus we bega say what happens if I do not leave any will? Say menja will be na me menja pade me wo me ma me fan say e ma no so bia me fan say bia me wo ha na sebio nyame mpengu na se me call heaven na menja wela ede ne besi. What happens?
There are so many things everything you see if we enjoy well. Okay. And me put the examples and the situations it's me a hard dream it's me related with it. One of the things that they say bia wo mba na emba na wo no enye emfi mami baako and emfi papa baako na wenja well it's because in sembe brain obehwe no na one side of the family and the other side of the family no okay it's very 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 important say obia owomba embaning female me baako papa baako no they should be thinking about making a will because most of the disputes are not entokwa eta esi ebusuemu no the result say parents and as individuals are almost set families ni no omenja will. Another thing also they say obi wo honoma na owo honomo no yenya enim se ne mba emienu okay yeah but na me baba ko shek to kro bi mo baby o a obi eni. Okay, asemusia na akwalare pie say oh na me papa new and na me mami like bibi when na me papa na obi anso nim akwala no How do you cater for such a person? If a BC, oh, my men are dependent, you see, no, yanko, you know, DNA. We want to depend on you. These are some of the things that can happen. Two, a bill honoma na kwala be some or for many ebimu are doing better than others. Okay, obi honoma so what Diana say will be Japade be crap so would one of the children might not need it, but the other person might need more than the other. You want to divide it in a particular way. So when Jawela common law no, and I say, oh, if you die intestate without a will, you be divided things equally. Okay, you may divide things equally, then it becomes a problem. Two, so what worry na say ebia obana wa worry no and I say ukuna wa worry no and you on now in the war ba now in the war on currently. Don't assume says away in Jawola and Yamana way Japadena wujan ebeko wumba ho. It can happen, say what worry will be currently, but we are saying will worry, okay, and because you pass away ni prekrampo enko bao the biabeko obana na wa worry no. Very, very important. And your community in the crampo, it becomes even very embarrassing and difficult in a certain circumstances because obi ohonoma no akoware ya no nkrata ceremony ade enti nipa no ware no crampo no we dwane agyan ohun ya address oni bebi owo. Then bibi tuna what happens is a nipa na ware no ni ebia on taking the time to do the paperwork in the divorce papers near the end. Bibinya to me enepe, ubi otini baby are unexpected anything from that person or no na automatically in Bradebeka say yenfa bibian commano. People need to be aware of that. My worry may jai, any idea be me pencrata and me worry when I'm here, Ninyano, any time that happens, it can have effects on your well, and you may have to change it, you may have to do something about it. So why don't assume say or buy one will fee and abema now will fee automatically it doesn't work like that. So people need to be aware of it. Bia na wono kra wo honom no your decision is a media obi manso na maba se bibi asem bi tumia mesrɛ mo fa me nkofie me mpese me de ebesie mi wo obi manso. However, no one trying to baby, I want to find will asem to e na baby a asem to no ehɔ ne de obede ebesi, then it becomes a problem. It is not your wish, it is not what you are willing for, but that is what will happen because you didn't put those things in place at the time that you were alive. Into a very, 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 very important. Say young community, we don't like discussing this, but I will encourage people say mombo modena mon take advantage and do these things because krum hano emraye juma so wo japade o fie we japade wa ha say na say went down to two nyama ya it will cause problems with brain.
Yo lawyer where the bounce back your question be I will be asking him say maybe no quickly was it lawyer or japade e wo Ghana the japade e wo Ghana na obesi obisa say japade bebree a wo no Ghana ne assets are one or abroad and who be here say your friend is saying you can't will ya and who be here saying the Japadi do your one or amanoni who be here say so ya will na what the chroma what the chroma and the Japadi wa Ghana.
Okay, a very, 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 very important question now. Because a lot of times, and not a difficulty away you grow. Young people from the Ghanaian community and I say this says oh na me crown po ameti ha say na denti na me here well because I ha say me ni Japade bia me ni sike bia me ni hwe na me nyama me wonia no e wo fie adenti na say me here well and we say and numpo na very important and yes say we here well emma we Japade e wo fie there are two options for individuals. Ubetimi aye well ewo krum ha say and then in the will you will let it incorporate all your assets whether say ewa manone and I say krum ha say and now so say ubetimi aye two wills ubetimi aye will which incorporates all your assets in the UK and then you do another will which incorporates all your assets back home in Ghana yeah na most people prefer, and I said the advice we give people, and they say it may be better say obey 2 wills. Obey a will which incorporates the assets in the UK, and then obey another will which incorporates the assets back home in Ghana. The reason why it may be advantageous to say obey yes, son, say sometimes will now you prepare chrome has say you use certain things to try to protect you be a friend of trust to save you from paying certain taxes. Okay, na ya chrome has say, but that trust na ya amount has say the Ghana law and now chrome law may not recognize that trust system. That is one disadvantage if you make a will which incorporates all your assets, both home and abroad. It may be better say obey a separate will to take care of your assets back home. The second thing that you need to understand and is sometimes so we will chrome has say which incorporates all your assets, both home and abroad. What will happen if that be is say move follow the probate system and as a procedure na UK now what the certificate in Ghana to try and obtain another probate there until delay in Yama being so na ceremony on person have access to your assets and as finances or be will a delay in Yama if you have one will incorporating both your current and your UK assets and then your Ghana assets. May advise I'm a demand for almost that situation in so what assets will fee now what assets will has here. Think about and I consider the possibility say obey 2 wills. One will to cover your UK assets, then another will to cover your Ghana assets.
Yo, lawyer. Wait, taking me about my next question. But before that, maybe I will join CC and I will join me. Fortwell Solicitors and everything come on. Episode beside questions and numbers. I'll be to me up friend. 0203 735 8820. And I say 0203 286 0185. Your WhatsApp news so wait me I WhatsApp here now with the voice note about on trokra now send the WhatsApp voice note na member na lawyer enyi no numbers no o amanonia o the +44 be share name now the 7787939958 na bomodiana phrase is here way a free legal education na the questions be apeso bu se bia no lawyer enyi wano ema ene ye hwe will ehu ensem kwan a ehu hia se ye will mpempi no ye aware a ebitimi gya aware na behu na afedie ye free mu na afedie obi a sebio wonnanso da yeso pese wodi we japade ana wochi egya no na wono mom na abefa eye ejapade enti bomodia na busa eye lawyer questions na lawyer question na obi busa ne say osi will na wacheche mu ma mendin kan na wonum so amohwe wo Facebook ase Queen of Flourish and so ha Emily so aba sa so na Rosemary or say Anobia say that's true ma me say wan so ma wakwa aba na najima ma wakwa aba fantastic wunya so a be say share na nkoma wonu bi a wono so ni sa akonya we na wono so ensa enka na yembo hu deru na nkwa echi papa because wills and some who ehia papa intimisere obomodia na share message na enkwachi lawyer we the question ma me enka no brofum na me ensan enchase ewo eye twi mu o see what options is can one decide when making a will no be so busa say options be na ho man wo say ne yo pe say wo janechi na wo ye nkrata bi de tufia options ben pa ene wo emano Dani Asante or say good morning Daniel Koy ono so yemo wakwaba and so you can ask your questions via our WhatsApp line 0778-793-9958 keep your questions coming now na lawyer and so anyone lawyer obi busa say options ben wo mano
say who decide they say obey well there are a number of options available no when people don't take advantage of all these options. So one of them say DIY, do it yourself. Okay, Oko way WH Smith, then other stationery shops are more templates view honoma or view honoma or with me toby for the view had £20, £10. Now wow abano abe throw idea. Into and none option. Especially omu sheda any ebi a ne buy baako sebe ne buy mienu anase ne assets no sebe endorse a very simple way be opese oja enye complicated bia eno ne option amount. The second thing no so say a number of will services companies and as we from will writers with me online now with me call instructor almost say omonye sa document in ABM if you are not too confident say wow waiting me I hear ama one. Then we have the specialists and as a solicitors as well. Yeah, to say yeah well Emma amount for obviously because me a solicitor you know ABM biased towards preferring say microphone use to solicitors. The advantage of using solicitors and say no utimi explaining or circumstances ninya extra solicitor and based on the experience no obetimi ama advice say adie na person we no ye ni say near the fahasia ebeboa and I say be a tweak in kakra and I say what drain circumstances we say same way to then they see because sometimes you know over the years, you know, see a year will Emma for may use this opportunity to announce and so say every November be until the coming up, you know, year be a friend will aid into the true will Emma amount for a discounted fee. Yeah, expect to say obey small donation ama charity be a normally in a year take your money for last year, for instance, it's me raising about 1,200, 1,300 between 1,200 and 300 for charity, and this is what we do every year. And during this period, you know, when people come to us near yeah, well, and more at that discounted rate, we used to find an answer. We normally we hear from them. Oh, na mean dream. Sadie way who you mean dreams are seconds. We all must see. Oh, waba na me say. What if say God forbid, ebia mummy no only wajiri and only wook no. Bibi Tumo at the same time, what happens to Mumbano when the Beshe Mumbano? Have you thought about that? What if your mouth different scenarios are a bit me a see? We are not saying say it should happen, but it is possible say it can happen, and we explain these scenarios to people, and then they say, hey, I'm in dream who you lawyer, I'm in dream who you impacho incorporate that into the world for me. Into them, very important. Sometimes you know, when you are preparing these things, you will have the opportunity to speak to somebody who is experienced, who can explain and give you all these various options. Ebetimi abwa.
Mamenkai etiefoɔ sɛ ɛyɛ sɛ yɛyɛ will ho nkɔmmɔ but ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ will ho questions nko a ɛna wobɛtumi afrɛ na wabusa ɛno nti mamemfa ɛyɛ question a yɛ aberante ebusa ɔse ne din de George ɔse good morning lawyer Dan Coy, good morning lawyer lawyer. Good morning, Dr. Ren. As a lawyer, if you have already uploaded your supporting document and they ask you to download the IDV app, please do I have to upload the documents again? No, a question nipa no de aba. Meaning so be ya no ananka mako Wills and Wills no question anka mimbusa free ho.
Yo, say if we upload your documents, you know already. Now home office for let's say download this IDV app and you necessarily say you have to upload your documents. The IDV app is just to do identification instead of say call home office no acquire biometric fingers and only in place of biometric now that's the purpose of that IDV way into who here so upload the documents in
Yo lawyer ene na DIY na ye ka no mamemfa question we obese sub question memfa nto asoma wo na obi busa say why do people consider DIY will option na me na ka say DIY nko de nkeja wo siesie ofia na wo pentifia na DIY bemo na will so na wo go for DIY there ene why do people consider that option?
You see, DIY no anase because do it yourself wills, you know. A option man crofo be brave because of sebisika sem. Okay. Obi ohonoma on feel say adate say me go to so much Emma professional will on Emma me adate na me by myself do me fear. Obi ohon so na on pese obekwa akod bie ni nyame mu achire obi on pese obi be hu ni bibia mu nti no no feel say obetimi etine fie na wa ye net well obi ohon so na or like ne assets and I say inyama opese ojano and sheda endorse nti no adenti na say okose sika na okoye no be also just for convenience sebe because of a health issues the adenti no he doesn't have the strength to travel to go and see a solicitor to do all those things for them nti no ofele say okay me come a local stationery shop na me koje sa document ni bia me ba me fia na me ama be fele na my de na be call the difficulty and other issues etimi arising based on the fact that people are doing these DIY and they say if you are not careful will now are prepared or na and valid. Okay, so it becomes a problem, it becomes a problematic will. Now it is sad say when you have problematic wills and numpo a hard drink chance a 1 year will on the cry. Okay, so we have problematic will and not to me hard dream put a chance a 1 year will on cry. Into and know it's something that people need to be aware
na
of.
Lawyer omebusa say na dey na ma wo so problematic say me angasa me ye me wela
You see say uja we will say catch all say me will be start a program and I will be say and then it will the certain factors are say to me in place and say well I valid. Okay. One of the things I say will what will move for it to be valid and they say it's been witnessed by two people. Okay. Now witnesses so there's a requirement. For instance, ABR mema ye will say if I say me jami nyame edema wo Dr. Ren. Okay. Now what ye share will ni ma wo Dr. Ren when our witness see me signature.
Yeah.
Okay. It does not make the will valid.
Okay.
So to me I say intino ABR wakoto documents wakoto will form if you be Smith for the abafie say me ba betina fie na ma fele ne kakra na be dia me way. But obe realize no ABR untimi when you be obe witness say documents na ma unnim say rules view or home regarding your obe witness say or well at the amount into no afre oba or corner be say adjournment some brana be witnessing idea me form ya me feli e ma me meanwhile no so inyama na wuja no so do person di job adjournment say oba no okay now adjournment say ba no abe sign no abe witness your signature no when you are no longer there now adjournment might not get the documents and the assets you wanted to go to adjournment because somebody will come up and say the will no is not valid and then it becomes a problem. It's idea now per se happen when you are not there no will not happen. This is a typical example. We have to understand say DIY no one own issues. Obi ohono so ground onim how you see where you execute, where you say, onim who that person is. Okay, and also something that you need to be aware of. If you are normal executor or fan or no, because of be executor, that is a win you normal or no now per se or making sure say in Nyama what your will will be implemented according to the letter of the will. Okay. That person would choose no crown no any chain and now crown na or no crown health worse than you. Into no better or no if you create down. Okay, then it means he said Nipa would choose not also went to me and decided say obey fufro and I say well need that honoma or if you say BBC na we these are some of the things that ABA call lawyer honoma or bet you say oh Nipa ya wo fan executor who need younger person bia or honoma na obia na pomu chen wo I'll bet me appointing as executor into DIY wills any own advantages in terms of cost, but sometimes we are not aware say programs are here to say will aid near the even cheaper Okay, which near your will at almost the same cost as going to buy stationary ones than a DIY one. You know, there are options for people that people need to take advantage of and explore when they want to make wills.
Yo lawyer we the yɛmfa messages ne bi ɛwɔ yɛ ɛyɛ Facebook hɔ na menkenkan say morning lawyer, please, if you are married to a British citizen and after 5 years what forms do you use to apply for indefinite leave to remain? We a questioner a free capadona
Well, you need at the moment, you know, see the any transition period into, you know, it may be possible, say, obetimi akofa forms, EAPR form, permanent residence application form. Now we use to, but now, no, the time and I said the stage that we are in the transition period, you know, our advice people say if we do time, I'll be here, our application for settled status and I say indefinite leave to remain as a family member of an EU national. It is advisable to obey application for settled status. So online, no acquire application instead of say obey use form, you know, because we use form now, you get limited leave to remain. And I say when the amount and the validity, you know, extra. Into my advice and remember in say so yeah. Settled status application using the online platform now, Home Office for a provider to make that application. So we hear help, we hear assistance. We are available to do it for you. And as it's me, I'm waiting me.
Yo, and your mama fa WhatsApp numbers no entuja. Me when say do na ebusa WhatsApp numbers no where your Facebook line number no so. Who Ghana there the +44 na +44 778 793 9958. I mean this should be into no 077 8793 9958 na bomodiana frɛ na lawyer enyiwa no questions awo no na lawyer enyiwa no amount tentem we free legal consultation na unse lawyer ba ontimi nyensam ni nyina no betimi adɔ asukɔ akɔmu pa kyerɛkyerɛ mu yi na yɛmɔ no wankasa nso so ntimi frɛ na obisa question bi a yɛbɛpɔn so a me the lawyer number bɛma wo na wetimi afrɛ no na we ensɛm no bi de ano ama lawyer na obi bisa sɛ can one reduce a friend is saying inheritance tax obligation with a will and in terms of pursue busana say any a fan to say a inheritance tax a crime bench ni bit me a fast way bit me any reduction if remove.
Well, you see a very, very important question and I this is one of the advantages of so we use to professional obetimi achechro obetimi ama kwan obetimi use na wetimi reduce or inheritance tax na will is one of the processes I yes no normally no nkrofo bebre wo honoma before at the stage and at the time omotimi be a friend trust a time omo will. And will is a very useful tool to do that. One of the ways I team at the ENSS, you're prepared. Fans say, let's my mom, breaking it down now and go for NTRC. Let's assume say Abia or a dine chrome has say a diner will no ubetimi at the ato trust mu ama umba. Okay, that means to say when you pass away as a diner, it will not be part of your estate. Yeah, calculate the assets in your estate. I emphasize a dino anything income. What that means is it may reduce the assets in your estate, for it to be eligible for inheritance tax. At the moment, Chrome has said, or any assets above 325,000 in our inheritance tax also. Dying, which is the biggest assets that many people will have in this country. That's what me fee a dining one. Then let me fee estate anymore. Then obviously, you don't qualify. And I say you are not eligible to pay our taxes. We advise people say we do it because it's me up wow. And the tricky bit is so we yet now say I'm yet valid for and I say it does not be in existence for 7 years. It will not be valid. In fact, say why it will and God forbid, went to me and survive 7 years. We cannot say says our trust valid. It's a very, very, very important thing for people to understand. Say, so with me as early as possible. Obi or no beka say, oh, me ni in the Japadi, me nyaman also, me ni shadit say me look, ebia obo property, ebia cancel dying our top. Otono at a like, discounted fee. But if uni honoma, I said 10 years down the line, I said uni honoma, the assets would have increased. Into the year you amount now with the toy, to factor say and as to do the assessment, say this is the value of the property. Maybe you see the market rate at that time. Into that means you say that assets now will turn for full because there was a discount, and I said local authority name our discount. This time around you have to pay inheritance tax on it, and say we boost you for a needs to come to your inheritance tax now. Then that means that they will be forced to sell that property that they would not normally sell and pay for that inheritance tax. It's very, very, very important. Obi also are not our life insurance. Life insurance is very, very common. Obi or non-casan share that enter life insurance, but the life insurance product a part of the bank statements and on the bank accounts or what. You need to be aware of these things. Obi wo honoma na wa ye juma or a bus driver or a NHS worker or ye juma social civil service they have very good pensions, and these pensions you'll be surprised to know say obi wo honoma the value of that pension is over 200,000 pounds, is over 150,000 pounds, over into all the small assets be can compare obe share no wa bro sa 325,000 pound assets na ye can say so to your taxes. Don't let the international say, "Omi de minisika, be any bank account." I don't need it. You may have money lies whether you yourself no crap or no. You may not be aware. We on my binya yen who's any assets or not so even more than he would have thought about. Internet is very, very, very important. Say in our community, we begin to have these discussions because you may never know. You could have easily avoided and that money can go towards helping one of your family members.
Yo, lawyer, remember a year the pros and cons a year lawyer mpacho metonka pa. Hello mpacho utimenka lawyer metonka.
Hello.
Yeah, hello lawyer metonka every here. Yes, metonka pa antino. Metonka loud and clear. So lawyer so wutia meba a year wills and a year pros and cons no for will writing na meba but yembo a year audio winti lawyer mbacho otimenka lawyer na mami hwe na meti lawyer nka na menim se meti lawyer nka papa very, very well. Very well. Ewa hase meti lawyer nka. And so my main car will say Fortwell Solicitors and any one more train come any lawyer dan call and then you didn't come out. Young come out you didn't come out efa a year wills the NTR you bisa man for be brinas and listen the questions about the NTR a friend is saying we will be here a year will then so me say but modiana coswanity na shape your program a year and so obi a ono so ehwe no bomodia na ka kire no so ye ne Fortwell Solicitors ana etwetwe nkomo no entino I mean Kyle said telephone numbers no so betimi so dia frɛ your numbers are person different so obetimi afrɛ na lawyer
yeah, hello.
Yes me nka
okay say kati here on my side kakra
yo me say nka me yebekɔ ɛyɛ pros and cons ɛfa ɛyɛ we be say argument for and for or consideration wills writing but yen kɔ fa ɛyɛ yenua by our saying ɛyɛ voice note na me mbɔ na ti na yenyina no
Bashir
me pacho me question good morning lawyer me pacho me question here immigration issue pacho me bisa say me ware okrom ha na me kuna me ware no wonu obi edika ya ware dada nipa no Ghana na homo ya ware na nipa ni behwe mu na esia na mo pese omoye divorce it be bisa say o metimi ayi divorce na wo efie na me ne nso aware wɔ fie na yɛ de aba ha no na yɛ application na but we say application e wɔ fi kɛseɛ nti bɛ sɛ me sɛ divorce na mbɛtumi ayɛ no wɔ fie na yɛ de aba ha no na me nso me de ayɛ my application na me da se
lawyer but what here yo
very question at back up quite often as to whether say a hifa in a year ideal say or be any divorce before our say. And the answer, the straight answer to it is say a hifa and a uknuno or take currently. Okay. A hifa and a urino and so take currently. Normally, no, if mommy nunya moti krumu hasia, it is not advisable say mobe kofie say mokwakoye divorce na modi aba krumu hasi. We've said it time and again. Say it is advisable say ubeye with divorce no e will crowd with team no at that stage because okoye divorce ni if you see at the bar the questions asked and you on say Ghana say ye divorce or you should have lived in that country 12 months preceding the divorce application being put in. Now many people are not able to meet that requirement, unless it's say Abia Nigeria or not dear or Tigana and as in Yamoti has said then I don't see the justification. So I know say our reject prefer that option because of a cost implication. If he feels a very quicker amount until the microphone prefers that option. But some unless there is a particular reason why I'm person.
Yo, lawyer. Any young teen simmer a question I will be studying about say, lawyer. And they know, not my main bot, my main was sending the question. Wapa na meant to me was na making kind in one more and so. The question no immigration one was say lawyer good morning lawyer Dan Coy can my EU wife sponsor my ex-wife's kids from Ghana if I have the full custody and if they have and will they have same EU right what my EU wife have we a questioner the pakroni the buy now another one is what it was a hello everyone good morning I'll say I'm asking on behalf of my friend. His parents are Spanish nationals and my friend has temporary residence card of Spain. His parents have settled status in UK. Is it possible that my friend could move to UK to apply pre-settled status? My friend isn't dependent on his parent. My friend visited UK twice, once on a student visa in 2012 and then on tourist visa in a visa in 2019. Any help, lawyer?
Yo, let's start with the first question.
Yeah.
Okay. If we looked at the first question, yeah, starting with the Indiana or what way EU,
yeah.
Because I don't need Syrians because a lot of people ask that question. The answer is say yes, possible say me about Chrome has say based on the facts that will depend on the parents now or more Chrome has say.
Okay.
If you are more than if you are not a child, let's put it that way. If you are not a child, now we push you for a child or a FCA. Now Omoba Akrum has another EU country, no more Akrum and a very, 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 very important say you are able to establish the friendly dependency. Most people are almost having problems with those type of applications. We realize to say need proof. I see na me me ban na Italy, na me ban na Spain. The documents documents be extra government office say the same address. That is the only document they're able to produce for most people in that situation. They are able to produce the fact that bosuni bia na me mano 50 euro, me money 100 euro, me money 200 euro, they are able to show that. However, in making that application, That is the key factor, dependency, because nipa no nya kwala. Intino se o pese o de oba a we di onya kwala efi Europe eba krum hanom na so oni European passports no a dependent and as also John or whatever documents am friend e wo mu krum on na so o de ne ba. The key factor, the key document that you need to provide no is the dependency document. Miss Remo mo show evidence. Ben can say me sending the sika ba obi ko Europe and my man sika say on fan command will feel until we need any evidence, because it makes the application very, very, very difficult. Possible, but mean provided that evidence, which is necessary to make the application. That is the first, the last question. The first question that came up on yeah, who wait me when oba a work so custody emano. So long as a waware EU national, even though EU national waware and you or no yet the biological parents of those children. If you have the legal document to show, say you have full custody of your children that you had before getting married to your current partner, now possible so it's ba. And also in those circumstances, it is very, very important to also establish that there's dependency, especially for children who are not actually children in the law, in the eye of the law. If the person is more than 21 years, you need to establish that dependency. Very, very, very important. Sometimes, omofi continent and EU they assume say, oh, in any circumstance and in any scenario, they should be allowed to bring their spouses, their children, their family member, and all that. But they have to understand, say, there are laws, there are regulations that borders those type of applications. And one of the key factors and incidents and as ultimately establishing ASR dependency. You're disappointed when you make the application and it's refused because you have not been able to show SAR dependency factor. It's possible, but Mr. who provided dependency na
and a lawyer, and you share the pros and cons. Here say a will writing no. Na win so na ma na me mre nti no na yakọ question bi a me ehia me papa.
Yo, will writing schemes and now say services are online be one the advantages in the sense most of them know that is all that they do. Wills, they don't do anything else. When you go to them, they have fast processes, so meeting quickly. Now they are only advantage another advantage in the say nasika semono form kakra chain be a traditional lawyers also will however, no, we need to understand, say most of those people, they don't provide what we call will storage facility, okay? Because we will now you are not able to store it properly, and now say it is not kept properly, and now say it's not known. It is as good as so you don't have a will, because most people, the only time they will look for the will is when they are no longer alive. Okay, then what is the point if you have prepared a will and it cannot be found? One of the key elements and as advantages as solicitors provide for individuals who want to will is the fact that they're able to provide a storage scheme for them. So over Fortwell Solicitors, for instance, if you want to prepare a will with us, we are able to offer you a service where we store that will for you. We then give you a letter to give to your executors and answer other people like you want them to be aware, say you have prepared such a will and you want them to store. If you don't know why a will no person what the best share won't pass here and answer now you want to store it in a safe place which is secured and you can be rest assured, say in future if anybody needs it, that they can go there and get it. That is where we come in, and that's where the advantage is with solicitors over traditional will writing services. People should consider all these factors when making a decision.
Yo, lawyer. Yeah, but that's now. Wait, I mean, fan come a question. I may say, me angasa many edging who no. Sa question I may be say me person me business say, any young show, will angasa no. Enye easy. Komo crowd be shas ye crowd be din komo afa will ho. Bunwena eho noise na near man so twe. Sometimes crowd something trivia be akeke. Bon say titru no wono mu asebio e bia wo wa ha no wa wo ha bohu obu oso kra ne makra mpo no ntiase mpo nim ekwan ben so ana ebetumi ama obi a oti a wo ye agya efutuo ben na ade be ma no ana nkyerɛkyerɛ ben na ade be ma no a wotie GN radio wotie Fortwell Solicitors CCA ya wo da no yi kwan ben so no betumi afa betumi ahya ase edi saa enkomo efa we conversation where does the person start from?
You see, will one say dia wo kan ye no enkomo bia e ho kan thing. And for certain cultures, you know, it's even more difficult than others. Crew and I say community in the crowd on it is a little bit difficult than others. But I always tell people, say it is a conversation that you need to have as a family, as a father, as a mother. You need to be able to have that conversation with your family members and tell them, say, look, hey, say, na me person me here. This is the reason why I'm a person here at the way. And now say these are the options, and this is what I'm thinking of doing. A conversation be with me, I have it because when you take a time, you appoint a time to make that discussion, you will be able to and let your family members know the reason why you've taken certain decisions. When you've made them know the reason why you've taken certain decisions, now it helps, it avoids, itself prevents future quarrels and as a future disputes about the contents of the world. Or beyond him say this is what the expectation is. There are no surprises in future. Into a conversation that you need to have with your family members. A conversation that you need to let them know, say, okay, this is the reason why I may yes I did me no. I have seen a video and I could see. I have seen a video and I could share. And also important conversation. In Kwalawi, so that there are no surprises. And me a very, I don't hear me, Dr. Ren. Obeka baby, you know. Na akolade pie waha, na akolade pie waha, na akolade pie waha. Na I didn't send the bray at the about where the enim na akola where the enim no. Where do you feel hifa? Intino. This is why you need to sit down as a family and discuss those things. Two, very important. Say, oh yes, specific. Me yes I deal with well with. But me person me pass me see we me di me japadi be jano and I be man capre and I be say. Very important. Say you make that clear to the family members as well. Into the discussion, just as we encourage people to discuss family money issue with their family, it's the same way that we expect people say. A bit avoid these cultural issues about discussing these things. And then the question say, oh, boss and common and I just say, we need to dispel those notions, you know, and encourage those conversations because while we are well on the ground, you may not have thought about certain things, but in discussing with your family, you may realize say, the family may not be comfortable with an uncle or an auntie who will be dealing with the world when you are not alive. It's a discussion that we need to find ways and means in our community, in our to be able to have those discussions. And very, very, very important.
You lawyer we dey answer me ma we dey number no atudwa no na address atudwa no I mean kai wo mo hwe yen se Fortwell Solicitors and ye no mo edi nkomo will ehu hia papa because then no hwa ye former president awje ye independence ma ye Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ne ma wo mo Seku Nkrumah ene Samia Nkrumah mo ene obi aba o se friend Onzi Nkrumah Sekusi wonim no ehu ntokwa cheze enye easy Sekusi won gine ntum enti Onzi kugina ba bi no ka se friend Nkrumah Seku no de ne sa appointe wonyem papa ba ehun nkomo ana yedi no ehun hia papa ekina bi woni wa na obi ankoka se wo ba bi enya wo ba meanwhile so senka wuti ase anka beka sampa wo ye me ba te said the enuanum yi wo mo edidi wo mo atem e wo Facebook any social media Seku se ne nua enye eye Onzi so say ne papa ene Dr. Kwame Nkrumah according to ne maame enti lawyer ye beda ase na emo no so pese wonya Fortwell Solicitors lawyer but of ye address no ene numbers ni na etudwa ema ahwefo ne etifo amutie
Yo etifo amutie opese o contact ye phone numbers no 079 449-76161. Message abosu ebium 079-449-76161. Ye office number also 0203-325-7030. Yeah, office number ne ebio 0203 325 7030. Ubetimi afre anytime they are between Monday to Friday, 9:30 to 5:30. And on a normal office opening hours. Ofreya, ubetimi you are not if a detention case and as an emergency case be a should be and so anytime they are after those hours, no frame mobile number, no German singer. Will be betting I get him in touch with me apart from immigration and asylum cases. You're dealing with other areas, which is family, employment, civil litigation, and a topic in the wills and probates. These are the areas you specialize in Fortwell Solicitors. This month, also, you start to go back to Milton Keynes every Thursday. Into Milton Keynes. That's all pay appointment. I'm so free number. Yeah, there are two grano. Me a friend will book your appointment. We'll be share all Milton Keynes. We are available this coming Thursday and every other Thursday. All Milton Keynes. Muamuti on Milton Keynes. I'm up appointment waiting me a friend.
Joe lawyer ebeda say Milton Keynes for we dey mutinkwa legal surgery no aba. Lawyer wants to do a call monso a omoto omo ase ehwe wo ene testimony efri eye efia ho we say Dr. Ren katre manfo so omo join omo fo omo ho enjoy ne eye ene efia ye die Fortwell Solicitors wonya kan ya we say 95% yaje amaw na just ye jinkrata no de amaw o say efia se katre wo wonya bo Fortwell Solicitors a we say yaje amaw ye jinkrata no de amaw ye ji wo documents amaw ye de nyoma tutu ye e de amaw enti wo sin kanye semenhia nko wenhia Fortwell Solicitors if we are saying Canadian kunim ni obeka anopei yeda wase wa wo hwe ye bohu dero abreni abrenyina no Tuesday ebena de bia no ebo eye non do pepe British time na ya trans aye Ghana time 9 am ekosi eye 11 pepe de na chese yama ye musuo eye free legal education free lawyer ensemu abese obusa no no mboa wo emen kwanko pocket lawyer bi a wo beji usika wontimi emboa wo Dr. Ren eba no lawyer dia na ne Fortwell Solicitors send if you are you know, free one more, no Bejama war. That's why DJ Amani so ebe to us. Nyamiya de mo ene Eugene. Yene Kwame Eugene china yene nebedi nkomo. Madam producer say DJ Big Joe. Sanso and Miami boss Papa J and so ehwe we make sure say better to your mind. Yes, up next DJ Amani.